Hey, this is Paul Hitchcock. Thanks for jumping on this episode of Giant TV Green Screen. You know all my secrets now. But listen, want to thank you for being here. I know everybody's busy and really excited for the topic today. A little background on me. So I am the founder and president of Giant Jacks Media, and we are an agency that helps others, business coaches, business owners, to stand out, show up, make some noise, sales, marketing, branding, and have a lot of great partnerships going on. Big focus on LinkedIn. And so this is a show that I do to give back value. And it's all about delivering tools, strategies that can help you in some way as you're growing out your business or your practice. So today's episode is about video repurpose and the important components that go along with video. And so I'm sure you know video is a thing. We all hear about that. Shoot video, shoot video. But what happens is people just do video and they forget about some of the other important components that make it all work as you're using video to grow your business. So I'm going to share my screen here in a second and jump in and show you these other components, break it down, and let's get it going.
Billboard, baby, do a leap and make them dance when they come on. Everybody looking for a dance for the run on.
If you wanna run away with me, I know a galaxy and I can take you for a ride. I had a premonition that we fell into a rhythm where the music don't stop for life. Glitter in the sky, glitter in my eyes, shining just the way you lie. If you're feeling like you need a little bit of company, you met me at the perfect time. You want me, I want you, baby. My sugar boo, I'm levitating. The Milky Way, we're renegading. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay, sorry about that dancing. You know, 4 kids. What am I going to do? All right, so let me share my screen here. Jump into this bad boy. Okay, there we go. All right, so video repurpose and supporting components. So first, let me talk about the video repurpose part there. As you look at this screen, this is get rid of this here. I'll go here. Okay, so this video repurpose, when you're shooting video to grow your business, it's a great strategy, and you take the time to create a great piece of content with video. So short snack size videos, you're delivering value to the people that you want to work with. And what I always counsel people on is to repurpose that video. And so this is what you can look at doing right here. And I'm just going to start out with this briefly and then discuss the other components that go along with it. So you want to, whenever you're shooting a video, areas to focus on is you want to rip out the audio and make it into a podcast. So this is what you can do for a video repurpose. You can also then make your video a blog or a vlog. So I'm going to get into email as part of one of the other components, and it's very important to nurture. And so your video can become a blog that you send out weekly, every couple of weeks. Obviously, it's shared to all your channels, uploaded to LinkedIn, and maybe you have a Facebook company page, LinkedIn group, wherever you're showing up is that's where your video is uploaded to, of course. Then text posting. So when you're shooting a video, take out a summary from the video. So 1 or 2 paragraphs summarizing what that video is about. That becomes a text post, which then you can post to your channels. Text posts get some great reach on LinkedIn. So you want to pull a summary out. The video goes into your library, which is YouTube. And when you keep a library of videos, they come in handy ongoing. You may have recorded a video on a hot topic that resonates with your prospects, and then you're on a phone call with a prospect later on talking about that topic. You get off the phone and you send them a video and you mention it to them. Say, hey, I got a great short video I did on this very topic. You send it out to them. Just builds massive authority for you, credibility when you do that. So building up a video library, very important. Image quote is pull out a quote. Every time you do a video, you're going to have your summary about the video. Pull out a quote, one-line quote, and make that an image. And now you have another piece of content. So your one video becomes all these different things. So this is a whole discussion in and of itself, how to shoot the video, how you repurpose. Not get into that today, but I want to give you the idea of what you do with video. Okay, talking about the supporting components here. So landing pages are just mandatory when you're messaging with outbound campaigns, shooting video, because video is meant obviously to deliver value, teach, educate, and to attract people to you, generate awareness of you, and in generating interest in people wanting to talk with you. Top of the funnel, every sales funnel is making people aware that you exist. And the next step is generating interest. And the next step is call to action, getting on a phone call, attending an event, whatever you're doing. So with a video, if you're just throwing videos out there constantly and you're not directing people who might see that video and might be interested in you and learning more, you're not directing them to a centralized place where you can convert them into your call to action. Let's say it's getting on a Zoom, then you're just missing a step there. And so landing pages are great. And it really, the landing page is, call it a microsite, mini website, can be one page, a couple pages, but they are included as part of this process. So when you're shooting video, directing people to the landing page, and landing pages convert. They are condensed with a very specific call to action. So let's say you're shooting a video on LinkedIn and you're getting a point out there, and in your summary, learn more, or click on the link, or schedule a call, or check it out, whatever it is, you're directing them to this landing page. On that landing page is where you have a video from you. And this is a short video. I'm talking about 25 or 30 seconds. And it's just a warm and fuzzy video welcoming them to your landing page. And it's a splash page, meaning so there's color, it's attractive to the eye. And on there is where they book a call. And so your call to action is detailed on there. And again, let's say it's a Zoom, they click right on it and they're able to schedule on your calendar through a Zoom, using Calendly or some tool like that. So the landing page really serves to continue to build rapport with somebody, because they've seen a video, they're interested, they're aware of you. Now they go to the landing page, you continue to sell them, build rapport, credibility. There's a video on there from you welcoming them. So it's like somebody visiting your office or your home. What do? You welcome them. That's the first thing you do. So it just helps usher them through the whole process there. Okay, there's a lot more about landing pages and how you use them, but just get that concept down that when you're shooting video, direct them to a centralized place where you can get them to book with you, call to action, continue to build rapport. Tracking process. So, call this your CRM, your whatever you want to call it. But this is important, because what I see happen a lot of times is that people are doing marketing, pushing out messaging, videos, and they're attracting people. People are coming into the pipeline. Oftentimes, professionals will lose track of the follow through. And so they're doing the front end lead generation, but then people are coming in and they just get disorganized. And you can't be disorganized on the follow through, because if you start losing track of leads and conversations, then you're going to the whole thing's going to fall apart. Why do the front end if you're not going to be organized on the back end? So on the front end, the CRM, you don't have to go crazy with this. I know there's really great, robust CRMs out there, and but if you're doing this for the first time and you don't have any tracking system in place, start out with a system that can grow, but you don't have to go out and spend a lot of money. And Trello is a great one to track activity, and even just starting out, if you have the Google suite of services to track things, just have something to make sure you're keeping track of all of your activity. Then the follow-up there is important, because people are not going to convert every single person that comes in their pipeline in the short term, right? So 90% plus of everybody that comes in to your pipeline is going to be a long-term lead. You're not going to convert them. And this is true for the best sales and marketing people on the planet. It just is the way it is. People have stuff going on. Hey, I'm going on vacation. Call me in 30 days. Or, I'm putting a deal together. It's going to take a few months. Or call me in 2 weeks. Or, whatever the case is, it's human nature. People, are going to think about what you're talking to them about with your service or product, and they're not going to convert in the short term. Some will. There's going to be low-hanging fruit there, but most, you're going to have a pipeline, which is why you got to follow up and think about the automated tools that help you follow up with people. And certainly you've got to nurture these prospects, right? Because if somebody says, hey, I'm doing a deal, call me in 60 days, I'm interested in furthering the discussion, you can't go from that to no contact for 60 days and then call them up and try to reach out to them, because they might not even remember you, let alone the conversation. And so you have to nurture, and tracking is part of the nurture process, is staying front and center, keeping somebody warm, active as you're following up with them. And so on the nurture side, I'm going to get into that with email in a second here. So think about your tracking, your CRM, what you're using to follow up, note-taking, conversations, all that stuff. LinkedIn group. Here's another important component when you're using video to market, generating activity, generating interest. How do you stay front and center? What do you integrate with the marketing to make sure that people get into your sphere there where you're interacting and engaging with them? LinkedIn groups are great. I want to talk about this for a second. They've always been kind of the forgotten, forgotten island with LinkedIn, but you can use them effectively, and there's more attention by LinkedIn being put on groups, and more professionals, marketers are looking at groups. And so here's how you can use LinkedIn groups to your benefit. As you're out there marketing, using your video, doing your stuff, people are coming into your world there. You have a LinkedIn group set up, and the LinkedIn group is, you can brand it. So LinkedIn allows you to customize the group page a little bit with banners and images, certainly the summary and all that. And as you're going along with your process of marketing and engaging with people, you will invite your prospects to join your LinkedIn group. You can make it private to add a little bit more exclusivity about it, and you invite them to be in your group, and you let them know, saying, hey, I have I'm building out, a private, exclusive, a LinkedIn group for like-minded professionals. Love to have you be a part of it. And so you invite them to your group, and you'll see that, most people will accept your invitation. Now you've got a captive prospect inside your LinkedIn group. And here's what you start doing. So now you want to deliver value through this group. You don't want to use this as a selling tool to just cram, selling. You want to use this as a way to teach, educate, deliver value to the people that are in your group. And, that could be again, your video. So now you're shooting videos, and you can post those videos to your group, and so you want to use your videos and get them into your group also. And what's great about the LinkedIn groups is that you can, when you post inside the group, you can recommend that post to members of your group, and LinkedIn will send out a push notification to all the members in your group. It's one of the few places on LinkedIn where they have push notifications. LinkedIn doesn't allow you to do this. So like when you post a piece of content, it'd be great if you could alert certain type of audience that you posted. You can't. In groups you can, and it's a hidden feature. Most people don't know that it exists, and it's awesome. Then all the members of your group will get a notification that you posted in the group. And if you really have nurtured these people in your group, then they're going to get used to it. They're going to go check it out. And it's another way to have high level interaction with the people that you're trying to get in front of and have a conversation with. So you're delivering value, and you're encouraging other people to post in there. So if they have content they want to share in there, that's great too. Now, it's hard to get massive interaction going in groups. It just, takes a pretty big effort. But if you're at the very least pushing out valuable content, it's going to make a difference. And then recommending that content. The other thing you're doing is you set the group up and you notify people who are joining in the summary that the group is also about alerts that they will get on events that are coming up for them that will impact them. So all of the high level stuff that you're doing, if you're doing virtual events, webinars, you have special events set up, whatever it is, that you're alerting them to tune into those. So it's another way to keep your prospects in tune to what you're doing with your business. And again, think about this. If you niche down, let's say, one of the groups we have is for property owners. And we do a lot of work at one of the firms I'm building out, a law firm, with rental income property owners. And we have a group dedicated for property owners. So the content in there is all about stuff that impacts property owners. They care about it. And there's new laws, there's new rules. There's a lot of stuff going on that impact them. They really have a genuine interest in it. So the content is for them. And they join, they love it. They're on top of the content. And now when we put on a live webinar featuring an attorney, a landlord attorney, talking about some new laws in California or elsewhere that impact property owners, we'll put that alert out on the LinkedIn group to our top prospects that we've invited that are in there. So now they're getting another alert, another interaction on stuff we're doing. It just really separates you from the competition, and it's a great tool to add. And if you are organized and efficient about how you're doing your content and sharing, I'm not talking about spending 6 hours a day doing all this stuff. This is being efficient, having a system in place that's repeatable, identifiable, using automation where you can, and this stuff is happening, and you're showing up and making a lot of noise. Let's talk about email campaigns here as the last component here I want to jump into. And email is huge. Really, really important to have this as part of your outreach and nurture process. Doesn't matter what industry you're in, or if you're one person or you're part of a big company and you're doing stuff. Got to have an email nurture process, because I mentioned earlier, 90% plus of people coming in from your activity are going to be long-term leads. Won't be converted. Got to stay on top of those people, keep them close. Email is a great way to do it. It's obviously a way to reach a lot of people in a proactive way with direct messages. And what goes along with your email nurture process is having a system to gather emails. So as you're reaching out, landing page, you're collecting emails when someone books a call, it goes to your landing page. Maybe you're giving away an ebook, a PDF, or whatever the case is. You have a process for gathering emails. Certainly on lead generation campaigns, if you don't have those going on, you need them. And those are a great way to also gather emails in a systematic way. So your emails are going into your distribution system, Constant Contact, for example. And now you're nurturing your community. So you've gathered emails, get them into your distribution system. Now you're nurturing. And the emails are, again, your videos, the vlog I showed you earlier from the slide, and high-value content, alerting them to events, educating, teaching, giving them stuff they care about. And it's a way to keep them close with emails. And of course, with email, got to do it right. You got to really understand subject lines and the content that goes in the email, length of emails, understand, what triggers somebody to open your email, click-throughs, and all that. And of course, you can measure all of that when you're using a platform like Constant Contact, and it's great. So email, really important. Consistency, what that's about is you got to be consistent. And I say to people, do you have an email list? No. Okay, well, let's get one going, because you need to get emails and start nurturing. And if they say, yes, I have an email, 99% of the time I say, well, are you sending anything out? Oh, I've sent a few things out. They'll send something out, 2 or 3 times a year. That's not consistent. And you're not nurturing people there. You're going to get unsubscribes, spams. If you have a list, you need to nurture that list in the right way. And consistency is part of that. So I've got 2 blogs that go out every week to different groups. And, it's a weekly blog. So certainly, weekly is fine. I'm on some email lists. They get one. Seems like I get one every 2 days. I might have to rethink those. That's a little frequent for my taste, but certainly weekly, every couple of weeks is good. And make sure the email is entertaining, relevant, should include a video, short, snack-sized video. Remember the videos you're shooting. That's how we started this conversation out. That can be embedded in there, and you're just consistent, because it's doing the little things consistently that lead to big outcomes, and so that's a big part of it. So summarizing here, video's great, and if you're not using video, you need to be using video. It's no longer a choice. It's mandatory, because clients and prospects are demanding it. They want to learn about your service or your product by watching a video, as opposed to reading something. So it's video, video, video. But if you're doing that, make sure to plug in the other pieces that support that endeavor, so that it all works together and you get the outcomes you're looking for. So every Thursday, 1 p.m., I'm doing this show. I've got a great one next week. It's going to be phenomenal. Tune in every Thursday, 1 p.m. California time. And I want to say thanks for showing up here, and we'll see you again.